Hey guys, I just wanted to give you a quick channel update, talk to you about some of the things that have been going on. Oh man, my beard is getting real scruffy.
Who's scruffy looking?
But you know what, I don't intend to change it. I'm gonna let this keep growing. We'll see how far we can get it.
How to shave your beard like a man? You don't shave.
As far as what this video is about, I just wanted to show you guys a teaser of what I've been working on. You can actually see a little bit of it in the background in this computer back here. But there's also just so much that's been going on. I wanted to talk to you guys about it. I promise you the next deep dive video is coming, but you know what? Sometimes these things just, they take time. It takes a while to make them.
Hey, is that about ready? These things, they take time.
It is coming along though. I promise there will be a teaser at the end. Okay, so what has been going on? First of all, this was me last night. Nothing serious, I was just getting a sleep apnea test, but that was quite the experience. Another thing, this is actually kind of old news, but a month or two back, there was this app that was made by Narg the Trolloc. If you're not familiar with him and his community, you should definitely check out his subreddit. I'll post a link to that in the description. But he created this app where you can point it at your face on Instagram and it will tell you what Wheel of Time character you are. And that was quite popular and a lot of people were sharing that, including some of the cast members from the show shared it. It was a lot of fun. But I thought I'd have some fun with that, so here's what I came up with. Yeah, it's kind of old news now, but I thought that was kind of fun. Another thing that happened is I was on the Dusty Wheel.
Hey, welcome back to the Dusty Wheel. I'm your host, the Innkeeper, and this is our live call-in talk show all about the Wheel of Time. Tonight we have with us, and let me welcome our guest, Lauren Roundy from Unraveling the Pattern, down there on the left, and Christopher Cottingham. I actually told you he was going to be here live. He was going to be our first live guest. If you were here recently, we did a test. He, unfortunately, is not our first live guest. Virus, if you know what I mean. But he's alive, and that's important. So, Lauren, it's awesome to have you here. And but before we begin, before we jump into our first topic, Lauren did send along something he wanted to bring with him, but he was kind enough to send along a gift. So he said a proper inn needs a proper sign. Oh my gosh. Holy crap. That's amazing. we're gonna have to put this like right here, you know? Yeah. Like, how do I do that? Right there, right?
Perfect.
Oh,
Beautiful.
Thank you so much, man. That is so... That's awesome. I can't wait to hang that sucker. That is phenomenal. That's so
Glad
cool.
you like it. Also, I was on a podcast recently, and this is not probably a podcast that's super well known within the community. This is a podcast called the Protagonist Podcast. It's actually a buddy of mine who I went to high school with years ago. He's been doing this he's got hundreds and hundreds of episodes. He talks about different characters from different stories, TV, movies, video games, books, comic books. He talks about everything. I was on this podcast with him where I got to talk about the Wheel of Time to kind of a more broad audience. I'd love for you guys to check it out. Hopefully I represented the community in the Wheel of Time well. That was fun. I've also had an opportunity to create some graphics for some channels recently, just totally for free because I just love supporting everybody and being a part of this community. Reading the Pattern is done by Rebecca. She does a fantastic job doing breakdowns of the books, and I was able to help do some opening titles and some graphics for her channel. I was able to create an intro for What Up's channel, John from What Up. John is doing a phenomenal job just staying up with all the TV news and talking about all these different things, and his channel is absolutely a labor of love. And he's been great to collaborate with. I made the intro for his channel, but also recently I got to be on his channel where we just sat down and talked together about some of the nerdy things we're looking forward to in the show. Specifically, I talked about visual effects and special effects. It's all those things that I nerd out about and the things I'm looking forward to with the show. We ended up talking so long it had to be broken into episodes or different parts. So you can watch the first part now. I think the second part should be up any day now. Also, I've been so excited about all the new YouTube channels and artists and content creators that have been coming out. And recently I discovered this amazing YouTube video. The channel is called Wheel Talk. She calls herself Recapa Sadai, and she does a phenomenal job. You can check her out on her YouTube channel or her website. So much fun. I just think it's the best, and I hope that she gets more and more followers.
Oh, hello! Welcome to Wheel Talk. I'm Rakapa Sadai. Today we're going to talk about The Eye of the World, Chapter 1, and Empty Road, and I'm so glad you're here, because it's almost bell time! Let's party! There are neither beginnings nor endings to the turning of the Wheel of Time, but it was a beginning. It's so beautiful! Today we're going to talk about The Eye of the World, Chapter 2, Strangers. I feel like I need a different look for today's episode, so let me just weave a quick mask of mirrors here. So much better. Now we're ready for Chapter 2.
I just love this community. I love all the new content creators that are popping up. I'm looking forward to hopefully collaborating with Nablus soon on a future video. Unless you've been living under a rock, you probably know that JordanCon happened recently. And man, some great stuff came out of that. Considering the fact that they couldn't meet in person, it was really cool to just see the community come together online. They did some really great streams, and Rafe Judkins, the runner of the TV show, showed up and did like a Zoom bomb and talked about the show for like 30 minutes. It was phenomenal. I just love collaborating with people. I love working with artists. If you are an artist or a YouTuber or a content creator of any kind in the Wheel of Time community, please reach out to me. I would love to work with you. I would love to collaborate with you. I would love to share work. I kind of want to do a you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours thing where I'll happily help you with your channel in any way that I can if you allow me to just use clips or images of your artwork in my channel. So please reach out to me. Speaking of artists, a lot of the artwork that I use in my videos sadly just comes from Google searches, and I don't want that to be the case. I want to use original artwork or use artwork with permission from as many of the artists as I can, but I can't spend all day trying to track down all these artists and everything. Luckily, a lot of them came to me, and I was able to find some really great ones through Twitter. I've made great friends with some of them recently. It's just been a lot of fun to work with their artwork and stuff, which will be featured more in my next video. I just wanted to talk briefly about each of these artists. Make sure that you know who they are, that you're following them, and if you can, please support them on their Patreon pages or in other ways by doing commissions, things like that. First, I got to meet Corey Lansdell. He is incredible. You've probably seen his artwork before. He was recently featured on the Dusty Wheel, but he gave me direct permission to use his artwork, and he's given me some really high resolution images of his art, and I couldn't be more grateful for it. He's done some phenomenal work. One of the things that he does very well is he's taking pictures of the original characters and how he envisions them, but he's putting in the faces of the actors who have been cast as these people. And his work is just great, and it's just getting better and better, and I can't wait to see more from him. Another person who I'm super excited gave me permission is Ariel Burgess. She's pretty well known in the Wheel of Time community. Her artwork is everywhere when you Google search for this stuff, and I finally was able to contact her and get permission to use her artwork. I can't wait to use her work more in some of my videos. Leon Crescent is another one who gave me direct permission on Discord, and his artwork is great. I love the style. Check him out as well. You know, when I first asked for artwork, this was almost sort of a joke, but I love it and I wanted to show it somewhere, and I couldn't figure out how to incorporate this into an actual video, so I figured now would be a great time to show this. This is from Brandon Sanderfans on Twitter. He made this in Animal Crossing, and I thought it was absolutely adorable. Another person who gave me permission is The Spare of Time. This is a contact through Twitter who reached out to me and said that I could use their artwork as well. Looking forward to it. Maria from Memo Art. She also goes by @Memo113 on Twitter, or Memo. Her artwork is absolutely phenomenal, and I'm so grateful that she's given me permission to use some of her artwork as well. I'm really excited that one fan reached out to me on Discord and created a custom painting just for my channel, and I'm going to post contact information for this person once it's made available, but I wanted to show you what I have, and I'll be doing some animation with this as well. One of the things that I was looking for is sort of like a generic Aes Sedai channeling that wasn't a specific character, because I don't want to spoil too many plot points, and this was just perfect for that. I love this idea of making the weaves look like these sort of Celtic knots as well. I thought that was a really cool concept. So thank you, Tree X Hugger, for sharing your artwork with me. And finally, last but not least, someone by the name of Cold Witch reached out to me on Discord, shared this amazing picture of the Ways. I hope to incorporate this into a future video when I work on the Ways, but I wanted to show you this. If there are any of you who reached out to me that I missed, I am so sorry. I tried my best to consolidate all of these messages that I got from people. I will definitely feature you in a future video, but I just want you to know I'm so thankful for all of you, for your support, for the artwork that you're making, and for this great community that's creating this amazing content. I'll post links to all of these artists in the description. Please do what you can to support these people. They really are helping me and my channel out, and I think they're really helping the community out as well.
It's time for the moment you've been waiting for. Da,
From the true source comes the one power, which can be used by some people as a type of magic within the world of the Wheel of Time. But how does the one power work, and what can it do exactly? When a person is able to access the true source, they act as a sort of conduit or vessel. Think of the true source as a spring or well of infinite power. The channelers are like a water wheel that pulls water, or in this case, the one power, from the river of the true source, like a quilt or pattern, to create different magical actions. Think of these flows as streams of power, and just as a water vessel is limited by how much water it can hold, so too is there a limit to how much of the one power a channeler can hold and use unaided. Well, that was it. I know it's not much. I wanted it to be a teaser. It's a tease for a reason. Thank you guys so much for supporting my channel. Please consider supporting me on Patreon. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel. All of that stuff really helps me out. I'm not kidding when I say I would love for this to become a full-time thing someday. Let's do this. Please check out all these wonderful channels and artists that I've mentioned. Thank you guys so much again for your support, and have a great day.